Hey guys, welcome to Public Law. Want to say week 5 or 6 discussion, 5 or 6, not totally sure. The weeks are blending together. I'm sure everyone else is excited for spring break. Um, the prompt for this week was we were supposed to go over the 2 weeks worth of classes. So we went over administrative agencies and we also went over executive branch too. And there was a lot of information in these last couple classes. So I'm not going to go over everything. I'm just going to be skimming through some of the things that I enjoyed, some of the things that really stuck out to me. um, so one of the things was qualified versus total immunity, right? So we have total immunity that applies to the president, and it was established in Nixon v. Fitzgerald, and pretty much saying that while the president's in his office, as long as he's completing official duty, emphasis on official, he cannot be brought to court for any decisions that he made. And this is mostly to prevent the president from having to worry, like, oh my God, if I make this decision, am I going to get sued for it? Yeah, so that's that. And again, it's just to protect the president from, having to worry about unofficial business, being sued, blah, 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 while he's working on the job. That applies for his total life, I believe. I don't think that he can be prosecuted for anything he did while in office, even when he's, I don't know, say 20, 30 years out of office by then. And then we have qualified immunity, and this usually applies mostly, we think, of police officers, but some government officials have some version of qualified immunity as well. And this protects them from personal liability unless they violated a clearly established law. Usually what the courts ask for with this is, was a constitutional right violated? And if it was it clearly established at the time of whatever incident happened? And it's hard to, I guess, if you're suing some type of official, government, police officer, whatever, get the courts to rule in your favor, mostly because there's no stare decisis for it, right? There's no identical case that came before. Most of the time, these cases are unique to what it is. So unless it's extraordinary circumstances where we can prove, like, yeah, that police officer or that government official, like, they clearly violated a whole bunch of crap, right? It's more than likely just going to get tossed out. Which sucks, but I do get the logic behind it, though, because police officers, officials, they make split-second decisions, so not all the time do they want to be worried about, oh my God, I'm gonna get sued for this, or God forbid someone's life's in danger and they have to worry about, oh my God, what if I have to be taken to court for this, right? I get it, but as with everything, plus and minuses, right? And the two things, to get into difference, qualified immunity is conditional protection. Presidential immunity is complete total protection under, again, emphasis, official duties, meaning you cannot sexually harass someone while you're on the job and claim presidential immunity off of that. And I think another important thing to note is the higher you get in, like, the governmental hierarchy, I guess, ladder, the stronger the immunity, which kind of sucks for us plebes at the bottom because we get nothing. Great, whatever. Next we have implied powers, right? Anything that has not been stated, that pretty much the agencies kind of just suck up and use for themselves. And I feel like the problem with that is, if you don't know that it's not there, right? And of course they're not going to outright say that that's not our job and voluntarily let someone take away the power that works for them. It kind of just stays within their power. So, like, they'll keep using it until someone gets upset enough or someone challenges it in court, and then it's decided, yeah, that's not yours. But how, like, they can get away with using it for as long as it pretty much goes on. And then we have the fourth branch of government, right? We have administrative agencies, really important. They have, as was mentioned in class, 1/3 of power in all three branches. So they have the power to make rules, they have the power to enforce rules, and they have the power to adjudicate disputes as well. some important agencies, some common agencies. For example, as we have the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, we have FDA, Food and Drug Administration, and we have SSA, which is the Social Security Administration as well. Again, these are just some of the things, if you guys remembered in class. Yeah, I've got a lot of beef with the FDA. I don't think anyone really wants cockroaches in their coffee, but it is what it is. Yeah, and again, they are really powerful, right? I think a lot of tension that we get with the administrative agencies, especially as people, is we have unelected officials that are ruling or making rules, pretty much regulations, laws into place for the people. But we didn't elect these people, and they have a huge, like an enormous amount of regulatory power over us too. So, I can't remember exactly what it was that was mentioned, but also the fact that they claim that we're not really passing on the power, but they'll still take what was it, advice from certain groups to make the decisions. In my mind, it's just like, but you guys are supposed to be the experts, though. If you guys are the experts, why do you have to defer to other outdoor experts to make decisions? Yeah, but regardless, the administrative oversight, like the branch, I get why it's needed, right? The Congress, legislative, blah blah blah. They can't control the whole world. They can't control our whole society. There's just not enough power. So having branches that can delegate, the power can be delegated to, it does make sense. But I think maybe a little bit more reining them in. You know, again, I'm just hung up on roaches in my coffee. I mean, whatever, extra protein, right? But still. Regardless, those are some things that I liked in class. Yeah, looking forward to hear you guys and see you guys next week. Have a good day.